Or to the distinguished Deputy Permanent Representative of Sri Lanka.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Sri Lanka aligns itself with the statement made by Cuba on behalf of the G77 and China in the joint discussion this morning under agenda items 15 and 19, and wish to make the following observations in our national capacity. Mr. Chairman, the central issue of the success of the SDGs, its progress, achievement and performance, especially by developing countries, is dependent on the application of science, technology and innovation, which have been accepted as having a significant role in achieving the objectives of the SDGs and must be taken very seriously. If anybody was in doubt that we are all living in one big house, the recent pandemic must have removed that doubt. As someone said, SDGs are meant to make that one home more genial for every occupant and to create harmony, wholesomeness, confidence, equity, comfort, availability of choices, freedom, peace, security, and human rights. Mr. Chair, it is in that belief and hope that Sri Lanka participated at the highest level at the G77 summit on the role of science, technology, and innovation held in Havana last month, which called for science, technology, and innovation to be built around the unwavering goal of sustainable development. Sri Lanka is committed to supporting the new Havana Declaration adopted at this summit. Echoing the findings of this summit, we advocate for increased investment in these fields and acknowledges the vital role of STI in combating climate change, global health challenges, and also advocate for efforts to reduce inequalities in access to data and artificial intelligence. Sri Lanka is on the road to economic recovery and stabilization. Sri Lanka's continuing economic and financial restructuring process provides a chance to harness the potential of science, technology and innovation to our future trajectory of sustainable development and growth. We identify two key factors that would help the nation to recover from the external shocks of the deteriorating international security environment and the global pandemic, as well as the debt burden and its consequences. One is the digitalization and adoption of new technologies. Two is to focus on developing a skilled workforce in multifaceted fields who are well equipped with knowledge and technological know-how to keep the smooth flow of the needed transformations. The government envisions these two factors to lubricate the development and recovery process of the developing nations. Mr. Chair, Sri Lanka had long recognized that human capital is the foundation of innovation and growth. The investment of Sri Lanka in developing its human resources has been significant through universal access to education, from primary to tertiary education, and our universal health care to our people since the 1940s. We have, however, taken cognizance of what Steve Jobs said when he reminded us that technology is nothing. What is important is that you have a faith in people that they are basically good and smart, and if you give them tools, they will do wonderful things with them. Bill Gates topped it up by telling us that technology is just a tool. In terms of getting the kids working together and motivating them, the teacher is the most important. And Einstein said it was much earlier by reminding us that human spirit must prevail over technology. Aren't these gems of wisdom and food for thought in our quest for advancement? Sri Lanka is currently evaluating the performance of all our existing research and technology institutes. To focus on the new technology, Sri Lanka aims to establish a Technology and Innovation Council as well as a Digital Transformation Agency. Sri Lanka is also planning to establish 5 new universities to focus on promoting education in new technologies. Mr. Chair, the role of science, technology and innovation in identifying and addressing the challenges posed by climate change, the effects of which disproportionately impact developing countries, is another area of concern for Sri Lanka. As a climate-vulnerable island, transformative action towards adopting renewable energy and the country's efforts towards climate adaptation and mitigation requires support through technology transfer and capacity building based on the needs and priorities. In this context, Sri Lanka notes the importance of South-South and triangular cooperation in advancing the exchange of technical cooperation and best practices among the global South countries in science and technology, while equal emphasis is placed on strengthening North-South cooperation in science, technology, and innovation. To harness the potential of deeper South-South cooperation, as the incumbent president of the High-Level Committee on South-South Cooperation, Sri Lanka stands ready to discuss possibilities of establishing platforms for exchanges on STI in varied areas. In this, Sri Lanka also supports the call to convene a high-level meeting of the United Nations General Assembly on Science, Technology and Innovation for Development in 2025 as proposed at the Havana summit. I thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I thank the distinguished Deputy Permanent Representative of Sri Lanka.